So here is the basics for a fun piano part for Taylor Swift's Safe and Sound from the Hunger Games. The first thing we're going to do is look at the chord positions that we'll use, and then we will go ahead and show you some patterns to break it down. Your first chord position is this A minor right here. We'll do a second inversion A minor, and then the next chord is your E minor. This is your root E minor, then a root C chord, and then a G chord. So when we add a pattern to it, this is what we're going to do. We're going to play the outer notes first, and then here's your root E chord, and then this C chord, we're going to do a fun, it's kind of a country-like, but it's effective for this song. You're going to go, and then there's your G chord, and we are omitting or taking away the D. So here's that C chord. It's like a grace note. And then it repeats. And on that G chord, make sure you don't add the D in there, because it keeps it more open sounding if we don't add the D in there. The left hand is going to be playing in the intro a 1-5-1 pattern. So here when you play your A minor, you just do 1-5-1, then you'll go E 1-5-1, then for a C 1-5-1, and then for the G 1-5-1. So when we add that all together, and the intro of the song will actually start up an octave higher, so it'll look like this. And I'll play it slowly. And then when you start singing the song, you can bring the whole thing down an octave. I remember tears streaming down your face when I said I'll never let you go. All the shadows almost killed your night. I remember you said don't leave me here alone. All that's dead and gone is past tonight. So on that word tonight, you're actually going to outline the melody in the right hand. The left hand is going to be playing a 1-5-3 pattern, so you'd be going C, G, E. It's a bit of a stretch from that G to E, but it sounds cool when you add the melody with it, and it'll go, then rock it. So when you add the melody in the right, if you get stuck on this, you can just practice it over again, over and over again. And then on the chorus you're going to bring the dynamics down even more, because it's kind of sung like a lullaby. So for the C chord on the chorus, what we're going to do is have a 3-1 pattern on the C chord. So here's your tetra chord, here's note 3, and then we'll stick the 1 at the top. And this is what you're going to do. That's the first part of the pattern. So you're rocking this 3-1 pattern back and forth with the D, and then to the C. The second half of that pattern is to just do a root C chord, like that. So it's going to go, then root C chord. Again, it looks like this. And then left hand, you're just going to do a 1-5. Here's the 1 and here's the 5. So it'll look like this. And then for, on the word eyes, you're going to do the G chord, and it's going to be the same pattern. Here's your tetrachord plus a whole step for the G chord. Note 3 is right here. We're going to stick the 1 on the top. We're going to do the exact same pattern with a 1 and a 5 in the left hand. So it's going to look like this. Again, that looks like this. So when we add them all together, just close your eyes. And then for the sun is going down, you'll do a D chord, but you're going to omit the D. Sun is going. And you're going to do a 1, 5, and a 3 pattern in the left hand. So you have the D chord without the D here, and then a 1, 5, 3 in the left hand. So all together. Just close your eyes. The sun is going down. You'll be alright. No one can hurt you now. Come morning light. You and I'll be. Then we have an E minor, D. For the E minor, you'll just play the note E in the left hand. And you're going to do an E minor chord in the right, but omit the E. And then on the D chord, it's a D chord, but we're going to omit the D, so it looks like this. And then you'll go back into this melody line that we used before with the 1, 5, 3 pattern in the left hand. So, safe and sound. Go back to the intro, but bring the left hand down an octave.